Hello, I am Michael Hollins, and I am the managing attorney at the Hollins Bankruptcy Law Office, where we practice bankruptcy law. And today I'm going to tackle a bankruptcy myth. There is a myth that bankruptcy doesn't really get rid of your debt, and that sooner or later you have to pay it back, right? That's simply not true. And before I talk more on that subject, if you need any additional information regarding bankruptcy, please head on over to hollinsbankruptcy.com where we have a lot of good information, podcasts, videos, and blog for you to get great information. Likewise, if you want to talk about your personal situation, please give us a call at 866-86-BILLS. That's 866-862-4557. And now, back to our topic, the bankruptcy myth. So exactly what happens to my debt? At some point, they will come back around and want that debt, right? And that is absolutely not true. Once your debt is discharged in bankruptcy, it is no longer yours. And the word discharged, broken down, really explains it very well. Charge. We all know what that means. If you take out your credit card, you go to the store, you swipe it, you can charge, and you now have accounts payable where you owe that store or that particular place some money for the services. The credit card company stands in the middle and pays them, and now you owe the credit card company. Well, if you decide that the item that you purchased is too small or is not of good use or the wrong color, or for whatever reason within that particular store or services return policy, then you're allowed to go back with that item to the store that you initially charged on your credit card. And the conversation is simple. Here's the item, here is my receipt. I would like a refund. So the store, if it's within policy, they should refund your money and or basically put the money back on your credit card. And so that is, in a sense, discharging what you initially charged on your credit card. Well, it's the same principle when it comes to bankruptcy. You may owe creditors, or in the case that I'm using, a credit card company, some money. And when you go through the Chapter 7 process, Chapter 13 process, and that particular debt is discharged, it is no longer yours, just like as if you had refunded items to a store and the card was discharged in that way as well. That's one way to think about it. So, Congress, when they wrote Title 11, they said that people have a right to mature. And quite honestly, it takes years sometimes to get out of the debt that we get ourselves into, sometimes in our 20s, and it will take sometimes our 30s to get out of it so that when you're in your 40s, you can now live, a better life and have an easier road, not having all the debt looming over your head. Well, Congress says that simply is not the American dream. You should be able to, every 8 years, be able to say, hey, I have financial issues. I've had medical issues. I lost my job at a tough time. I didn't see the bills coming that came. And you should be able to discharge that debt and say, from here moving forward, I am going to be wiser. I'm going to be smarter. Here moving forward, my illness is no longer expensive. Or I got out of that situation I was in. I didn't see it coming, but now that it's passed, I'm in a tough spot and I cannot take care of my family. Bankruptcy is here to make sure that I am now able to do that. And that's what Congress absolutely intended. And hundreds of thousands of people do it every year. So the bankruptcy myth that bankruptcy doesn't really get rid of your debt and that sooner or later it's coming back around and that you will have to deal with it is absolutely false. When you go see your bankruptcy attorney, you give us a call. We file your petition. When you go and follow the process, complete it, and your debt is discharged, you literally have the fresh start that you always hear me talking about. Well, thank you for listening. Again, I'm Michael Hollins. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know anybody that may need this information, please share it with them. And if you would like to contact me yourself, head on over to hollinsbankruptcy.com or give us a call at 866-86-BILLS. That is 862-4557. Thank you for listening.